Hey, Kurt the Boat Doctor. Beautiful day here at the bay, man. I'm telling you. Hey, out here in this nice duckworth. These are nice boats. It's a 20-foot Pacific or Navigator Sport is what they call them. It's a 14 by 24 underneath the seats by 30 on the bow rise. The ones you're concerned about is the rear, the back. The 14 is a good up to about a 20, but a 14 you still can get kind of shallow water and you still get a good ride, but then you go to an 18 and it definitely smoothens it out, makes it more stable, gives you a better ride. But actually, I'll backtrack. The 14 makes it more stable side to side, the flatter the back, but you want the degree in the front right underneath the seat so it just goes through the water instead of bam bam, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, Duckworth's a damn good boat. Shallow decks, big large portholes for water, and if you took water, it's going to hit, go out, and by the time you see if you had green water on the windows, if you did, by the time you look here, it's all gone. And that's where there's shallow deck, welded, really good beads. Toe cake rail, they call this, or man, they got different names for it. But you got this cut in here, and you got this reverse chine right here, like this. And what that does is that water, this is going to help shoot that water and keep it going down the side of your boat instead of coming up and inside the boat. Then if you hit down, it's going to hit this and keep the spray going down as well. Plus it acts as a bumper. So see out like these poles, if you were coming in, it would hit that instead of the side of the boat. Spare tire, swing tongue, 2-inch ball peekapoo hole right there. Cables, again, if they're cracked, replace them. Brake fluid, I checked that. You just read the direction. It says backing up, you turn it to the right. Cap off, you turn it to the left, and there's another rubber cap you pop to see your brake fluid. That was full. Easy loader, heavy duty galvanized chine guides. You don't have the bunks running on the side of your boat. That goes on the chine and runs on up. Gear bath oil hubs, brown good, white bad. 5 lugs. They're probably 14s. Yep, 14s. Pole holders. This boat is sold. It's got the top, the sides, the backdrop. And what Duckworth does is really neat is this top. You notice how it snaps. They got your square stock powder coated braces coming down the back, but this snaps on the inside instead of the outside, so you don't get wind coming in and blowing your top and go be like this. So you can fold that back, and these flaps just stay down there, which is nice. Same thing, square stock instead of round. These are a lot stronger. They run a piece of cloth up in here so it doesn't beat on this, which is good. They seam seal their whole top, so if you look at the inside of their boat when it rains, none of them are waterproof, but you probably have like nil water coming in because they seam seal the seams, plus on the zippers or in that front window, when you zip that top back, they run a flap that's velcroed, so when you zip it, the flap goes and velcros, so most of your water will come through the zipper. You got a 9.9 high thrust, you got 11x7 remote up front with shift start, primer ball back here. The quick disconnect, that's nice and firm. Trim's right here. I always trim it up and just bring it down a hair. Reverse, that's what you want to look, this 14 degree right here, and you got this nice 4-inch reverse. That keeps your boat stable. So if it feels like it's going to roll, it will hit it and come back. That responds real fast. The flange on the outside, you need to have those. If you don't have it and it's just right to the offshore bracket, what's going to happen there is you're going to have water coming off that leading edge and shooting it up behind your motor up high. So that's a big plus. It's semi-delta in the back. I got a little tap right there for your zinc. It's total saltwater protected on both these motors. This is a 150 and these turn 6300, your VMAX, and your standard 115s. Your 70 and your 115s do that, as everybody else is 6000 max. 13 by 15, I believe. Yep. Aluminum right hand. They extended as part of the hull, so like it's 20 foot, so I had two. It's actually 22 and a half, and it's a 42 gallon fuel tank on it. It's got a 72-inch bottom, 35 on the sides, 94, 97 on the beam from the outside to the outside. Ladder, you get 3 steps. You can undo this, make sure that's always locked if you're going to stand up and not use that. If not, fold it all the way down, or you're going to fall on your butt. It's going to collapse on you. So actually you got a lot of steps. You got 1, you got 2, you got 3. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Braced up good. VHF antenna, what I do is get a tennis ball, put it on the end of this so it flops on this. or you can get what they call an antenna clip that mounts right here and just clips right into it and holds it right here instead of being like this rubbing on your boat. Wash down hose. You got your batteries under there, and I'll show you in the boat when I'm out in it. You got your primer ball for the main back there. Your seacock valve for the wash down. You got a wash, and then you got a live well here. Storage up on that top one. Back there is storage as well. Fuel tank cap. Storage bench seats over there. And you go in here. He's got his Lowrance. He's got his Lowrance Elite. I'll set all that stuff up. And we'll see what kind of, if that's a command link or standard. I'm thinking it's standard. Fuel gauge, I put in 30 gallons of Supreme, and I'll show you the rest inside there. LED lights, dual wipers. A really nice boat. These are awesome. These jetty going on the outside, you know, just hey, watch the weather. If it's shitty, don't go out. But bait, awesome. Crabbing, skiing, you name it, it can do it. It's got, look like it's got the active 3-in-1 transducer, which is good. And what I'm going to do is just bump this just a little bit downward, get better reading when you're up on top. So if you ever lose your bottom, say just at a plane, that means your transducer's too high on the boat. You need to shove them in as close as you can, like just to where that turns. And you want them down in the water. If you don't, you're going to lose it. So that's the first thing I'd look at it. Say it's marginal, you can do about 25, then just tilt it down a hair, just by hand, just hit it. And you don't want them over tight, but you don't want them loose either. Okay, this is the Boat Doctor out 2023 20-foot nav sport. Beautiful boat.